I think we're good. So, so today, we actually have a small selection of Switch indie titles to play. I don't know if Superhot's indie anymore. They made like $1 zillion, but we're gonna play that. Um, so we got Vambrace Cold Soul, Invisigun Reloaded, Decay of Logos, and Super Hot. Super hot. I also had a fifth game, but at the last second, like recently, I was told like, "Hey, wait for the patch," and I was like, "Okay, I'll wait for the patch." Also, I've been playing Deadly Premonition. Holy shit, that's so good. Have you played Super Hot VR? I have. I've beaten both of them actually. The only reason I'm going back is because after playing Super Hot VR, I was really curious to replay the original. I never got around to it, so today I will. Super Hot VR is actually the fucking best. Like, I don't know if the original will stand up after coming back to it, but Super Hot VR is incredible. I don't think I did a stream for it, but that it is absurdly, absurdly good. So we're actually going to be opening with Vambrace Cold Soul. First, T4 Silly is asking, have you played Demon X Machina? I downloaded the demo. It's somewhere here. Yeah, the new prologue demo, and it's it's not been played yet. To be frank, I liked the previous demo enough, but I'm too busy right now, so I didn't even bother buying it. So it's it's gonna do really well though. Like that game has had the privilege of being supported by Nintendo so much that I have no concerns for it whatsoever. You think Square Enix will release Dragon Quest Monsters 1 for the Switch in the West? Oh, yeah, that Game Boy release. I think they probably will. I'd be surprised if they didn't nowadays. So, are there still secrets in Super Hot VR? Probably. Probably. Anyway, we're going to hop into Vambrace Cold Soul. BV728 says interested to see Vambrace kind of vaguely compare it to Mistover. You know, I played the demo for Mistover and I didn't really get into it that much. The art's nice, but I didn't like the combat terribly. So shout outs to the developers who were nice enough to send me over a key for this. I really appreciate it. It was provided on request, so not just blindly sent over. My understanding is that this is a Darkest Dungeon style game, but I haven't actually played it yet, so we'll find out. I saw one of her alt costumes and it's so goofy. What, for the main character? Are there different costumes? Is that a thing? All right, this is the place I told you guys about. Looks like the spooks got here for. Oh wow, starting off with the racial tensions. Oh my god, you can't talk to Briggs like that. Jesus Christ. Not patrolling today. Okay. Nice. It's coldest dungeon. Yeah. Eh? Check the tutorial graphic. Thank you. I appreciate it. Character move left and right on the field. Yeah. Okay. Command box on the bottom left displays your interactive options with the environment around you. Bottom right displays inventory, bio, codex, and map options. Okay. Inventory displays items your team is carrying. Got it. Map, current location, destination, and field encounters. Bio displays your team members' stats, skills, status effects, and equipped relics. Okay. So I wonder if that third character is our protagonist, and if Biggs and Wedge may not make it. Was this originally a mobile game? The UI looks it. No, this was on PC first. The UI is, well, as far as I recall, it's very Darkest Dungeon like. So, okay, red X means you can't. No X means do. Red X means don't do. You need to hold to complete. Okay, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because otherwise, accidental completion is a pain in the ass. Is it frozen shut also? High slate stat. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have whoever's the slatiest break in. How do I... Oh my god, I hit a D-pad button and now there's another tutorial. This is bio, okay. You can choose between your characters in your team. Heart indicates health, flame indicates vigor. Sword combat, slate, merchantry, the ability to negotiate with merchants, okay. Awareness, so traps, overwatch, ability to care for the party while camping. You know what, that's good. Who's the best mom? You need to find out when you're traveling the frigid wastes. Combat skills for fighting. Normal skills are defaults. Flourish skills need charging. Okay. Formation. That's the button I was looking for. So who has good slate? Sarge has by far the best slate. And actually looking at their stats, Sarge is dramatically stronger than Biggs and Wedge. Just better at everything, except I guess HP and whatever the little flame was again. I forget its name. So she's going in the front. You're going to investigate this. Great, we found tons. We found a toolbox, found scrap metal, wood planks, chains, herbal balm. Just incredible, an incredible selection. Oh my god, they're called Biggs and Wedge. Are they gonna die? I feel like they're gonna die super hard. You guys, no. Why would Biggs and Wedge die, right? That don't make no sense. I really like the like chilly horror aesthetic. More people need to make chilly horror games. Of course, the absolute god emperor of chilly horror games was Cold Fear, which wore its heart on its sleeve by naming itself Chilly Horror. Critical action bonuses and finishing turns during combat. Okay. Infrasonic Totem. You spring a trap that spreads infrasonic waves, causing you a strange tension. Health lends to hand tremors. And we're trapped. I'm doing good so far. Yeah, I think she had the highest awareness, so... traps or dangerous fear of ice snare. Your party leader or the entire team can incur damage from activated traps. Awareness, yes. Awareness will trigger traps more... low awareness will trigger traps more easily. Yeah, that makes sense. You see the green script, you succeed. Red script means you failed. Gray script means you missed. Blue script means crit. Okay, cool. I wonder if that text is actually, like, decipherable. Or if it's just nonsense. Some of it looks like... This one, like, all the characters almost look like Japanese characters. Almost. But then as I go on, they become more nonsensical. But even then, there's some Japanese-looking stuff in there. But it's not legible. I think it's nonsense that is inspired by Asian script. I don't know how to say that. Lettering. Okay, let's fight some cold soldiers. Each team has 4 slots. Yeah, okay, I know how that works. Bottom bar displays turn order. Handy. If 2 characters have the same awareness, the one position in front will get initiative. That makes sense. Normal skills, your character's default abilities. Flourish is powerful, needs to be charged. Yes, right? Remember this. Use guard. Yes. You cannot use items to change relics during combat. Okay. You cannot use items during combat. Okay. Interesting. Formations, you can rearrange and run away. Yeah. My fan is too cold. I know it's like good mood for this game, getting chilly, but it's not actually comfortable. Okay, well I have a couple options down there. I guess I will start with the A button attack that looks like a shuriken. These are 3 range types for every skill: short range, mid range, and long range. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's what that. Oh, okay, I see. I understand now. Okay, so yeah, so shurikens can hit everyone. The blade can only hit the first 2 rows when I'm in the first 2 rows. The horn appears to be a buff, but I don't know. Is there any way to read the abilities? Oh yeah, there we go. Massive true damage to 1 long-range target. All targets. No. Okay. I guess I'll just thrust away. Or should I use flying shuriken for true damage? I don't know what the difference between true damage and combat damage is. I'm gonna go for true damage to back row. Now that was true damage. Please bear that in mind. None of this fake damage around here. Okay. Use your ice pick attack. Yeah, okay, great. I don't know if that was true damage, but it did work. Anti-Cursor says he's probably right. Probably just ignores any resistances. Probably. I want to say probably. Nick King says true damage in games typically means ignores any forms of defense. Really, I don't think I've ever heard the term before, so you learn a new thing every day.
I once read a man would have to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg. Reminds me of you, dear father. I confess I never really knew you. After all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface? Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's
I didn't expect
blistering
voice acting
deserts
either.
and wild
Kinda nice.
forests of Sylvia to your training. When I was summoned home to Edina, in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect. I suppose it comes as no surprise. You remained a mystery, even in death. I now find myself beckoned to the dwarven realm of Darkheim by the encrypted journal.
K-Nape says, I miss the pretentious baritone of Darkest Dungeon, though.
On an
You know, like,
expedition to the
yeah,
cursed
everybody
city
loves
of
that announcer,
Iceland,
but
answers you never
gonna be
provided.
real with you, if they would have just done that
I shall
again, I
not
think
be
it would
daunted.
have been too much, too close.
My determination is equal to the task at hand.
If we actually have a
If, as
protagonist
you say,
narrating, that's a
this
fair
Vambrace
difference.
is the
and I
key
like
to
that.
entering that forbidden city.
Oh, they said it. That's the title of the game. Vambrace.
I will find what I seek. My journey has been difficult. Since the Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
I really don't like this font. This is this is my worst complaint about the game so far, and it's this font. I'm really not into it. Everything else is pretty nice so far. No, it's not Comic Sans, but it's, it's doing its thing, That is a great font for throwing like a grade 9 bake sale. I agree with you, Commando Joe. Very high school. Yakuza font. Yeah, I don't think it was the Yakuza font. I think the Yakuza font has more clear brushstrokes. I remember using that Yakuza font in a video back when I did that Vovita thing. I kind of wish that those videos still existed, but I got rid of it because it was like confusing people after the fact. They were like, what? Is this game on the Vita? And I had to explain, like, no, this was a campaign to try to... And I was like, this isn't worth the time, and I just got rid of it all. Of course, after the thing went. And it was still successful, though, I think, so... Lanville Esquire, what a name. I like the character portraits, they're nice. All the illustrations. Is Esquire his name? Yes, it's his last name. And what a good last name it is. Oh, so there's an ice barrier? Okay. Matrix 77 says, when talking to him, do I look at his face or the wolf? Yes, which to address, right? One tells only the truth and one tells only lies. Good luck escaping my house. I'm gonna go with sounds familiar. Just gonna pretend I know what's going on. So we're underground, huh? That's pretty cool. I mean, it makes sense if the above ground is a frosted wasteland. You can run while you're in Daylark. Okay, cool. I like that. The codex and the journal. Change books to view the journal. Contains details on your current mission and gold. And you get other mission. Okay, cool. I wonder if this is like a more contiguous world than Darkest Dungeon. For that matter, I wonder if, because I don't really know the structure of this game too much, I wonder if areas are randomly generated, but I don't know. Because I'm getting the feeling that it's turning into more of a contiguous world sort of adventure game kind of thing. Yeah, Algae, I agree with you. It seems like it might be going that way. How to keep your body warm. 1, make a fire. Stand in front of this. 2, stand in front of the fire. 3, be warm. You know, I'm just going to put it out on a limb there. You probably shouldn't have to explain that. People should probably understand how that works anyway. That's Isabel Salazar. The woman knows black magic. Okay, I want her on my party. I wonder if you get, like, characters in the party, you know? Oh, look, it is a contiguous adventure. This is cute. Not what I was expecting, but this is quite cute, actually. So it makes me wonder if the places aren't random, then. Yeah, and then we're right back in. Oh, look at those guys' feet. That's so cool. They have cool animal feet. I don't want this guy in my party.
Oh.
Yeah, I have like a tiny amount of Hellion. Actually, you know, I don't know how the currency conversion works. They might have given me a ton. Okay, you need to scavenge and sell supplies so you can get more. Switch between the shop wares in your inventory to buy and sell items. That makes sense. Merchantry represents your ability to negotiate. Yeah, I remember we read about this briefly. Okay, I have no idea what I want to buy. I have 500 Hellions, though, which is seemingly a rather large amount. Fire brew cures ailments, cures ailments, cures ailments. Heal vigor. Ailments. Ailments. I feel like these are useful. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I should be prioritizing right now. Let me just buy the simple ailment ones. Just one of each. Oh, that's 15 out of 25 weight in my inventory, I think. The correct option is nothing. I don't blame you. Honestly, I was weighing the options between nothing and those 5, and you know, just because I'm streaming, I'm gonna get the 5. Because it's embarrassing if I lose early. Okay, immediately under arrest. Oh, so was she the lady with the hood on? I think she may have been. No, wait, they spoke about Celeste, didn't they? So I guess she wouldn't have been the lady with the hood on. She was just in charge of them, probably. Forgive me for my immediate ability to forget plot points. Take care, Adrian. Have a good one. Is that a dwarf? No, it's a spook. Commander Joe says, I'm not sure if this excessive story makes it a worse experience than Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, right now I'm kind of hoping the story is front-loaded more than anything, so we can get along with it at some point. We shall see. I certainly wouldn't want this amount of story after every engagement, because this is a fair amount. Can I like just go to other places too if I want to just check them out? Oh yeah, sure enough. Yeah, okay, I'm banned here right now then. Didn't even do anything and I'm already banned. Yeah, we've only had one fight so far, that is correct. Sure, we'll get there. Page of the Codex. Yeah, what do we got for... Do I need these? No. And Codex was on the D-pad. There we go. This is the Codex Illuminus. It's separated into 2 sections, Codex and Journal. She got it from her dad. You can toggle. Yeah, okay. Look, I could learn about the North Venture Company. They import textiles. Good for them. Everyone needs textiles. Okay, and then we got our mission objectives. Yeah, okay. Although there's a lot of narrative going on, I do like this sort of injection of narrative and like established places to explore in like a Darkest Dungeon playstyle. Into like a Darkest Dungeon playstyle, I should say. I like Darkest Dungeon a lot. I think it's rad. I mean, as someone who hasn't played it a ton, I don't think that game has problems. It's fucking amazing. But it's nice to try to like put a bit more story into that. Because that's definitely, I wouldn't say that's an area where Darkest Dungeon falters. Like it's intentionally light on having this sort of character-driven story, but it's a fun idea to try to approach that the other way. And be like, yeah, big narrative. Oh yeah, isn't Darkest Dungeon 2 doing chili horror as well? Or am I crazy? Okay, the Vambrace is the key. Let us in. This guy knows all about your dad. It's called the Ether Brace. Oh my god, you could have told me this like any time after the next encounter. Please, like I would like to get to gameplay. At this point, I would like to play a little more, please. Okay, to the inn. We're going to the inn. Possibly the entertainment district. Possibly the recruitment board. Possibly the ascending room. Oh, the ascending room is our next destination. Okay, I see. Lots of places to go, though.
Huh. Aha.
Got so much codex. I'm not gonna read it right now. Maruhan, the director of the North Venture Company. You gonna help me put together a team? Oh no, okay. You need something. A seal, okay. Geez, I think this wasn't the way to the entrance. I think I took a wrong turn. I thought I couldn't possibly get lost here. Okay, to the tavern. CLS says, what is it about this art style that makes me realize it's Korean? I'm pretty sure this is actually a Korean game, if I remember correctly. No, I'm not going to Google it again. But I think I get what you mean.
Greetings.
That sort of like manhwa look is a little different from how Japanese artists tend to do their art. But I have a hard time putting a finger on it too. There's so many tough ladies here. Please let me assemble a squad of tough ladies. I don't want to have that red-haired fox guy on my team. I don't like him. Okay, nothing here right now. Yeah, how do I get you on the party? Okay, no, I gotta come back. We'll come back later. I'm really hopeful that we actually get to assemble a party of characters. I don't dislike how in Darkest Dungeons you kind of, you know, construct the characters yourself, and their stories are built up as you play. You know, they're kind of player narratives, but I'm down for a more fixed roster. Or at least, like, fixed character options within that roster, as opposed to, like, more procedural characters. I mean, yes, I understand that makes for a more, like, limited game in gameplay terms, but still, I'm down. Oh yeah, look, different costumes. There we go. You'll unlock new skins as you progress through your expedition. It's wild that, like, we're at a point in time... I know this has been, like, how it is for years, where costumes are referred to as skins in a lot of games. Even, like, this game, they're just different illustrations, but we're calling them skins. That's just how it is now. So we got the Adeni garb and civvies. Okay, so nothing good right now. Wow, do these fill up? Holy shit. That's a lot of costumes. 1, 2. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 26. Is there 26 costumes? Holy crap. Okay, well, I'm gonna wear the Adeni garb for now, because the other one's a little minimal. Sure, let's get some rest.
Aha!
Oh, okay, so I can actually put stuff away here. Okay. Actually not gonna touch that right now. There's a bath! How many of those costumes are just different lingerie, do you think? I don't know, maybe 1 or 2, but it's a chilly world. Unless you know something I don't, Commando Joe, there can't be that much underwear in this game. Okay, now we can finally go to this place, yeah. So I assume this is where you get more troops based on that icon and the name and literally everything about this place. So here we're probably going to get some, like, somewhat procedural characters, like Darkest Dungeon. There are only 4 candidates right now, you'll unlock more allies as you progress. Yeah, okay. But I don't know, some of these illustrations look somewhat bespoke. Unless, like, all the fencers just look like this girl, which might be the case, honestly. So, are you planning on clearing the game, or is this a one-off? This is absolutely a one-off. I have no idea how long this game is. Okay. Distract enemies, spreads damage, avoids traps. I'm gonna take Abel. Do I need this companion? Yes, I'm gonna take Andrea. And I'm gonna take Mira Jang. And I'm going to ignore Conrad. Bowman Conrad. Nope, Conrad's in the trash. That's just what happened. Okay, so Abel's gonna go in the front. Yeah, Lyric's just... Actually, Lyric's fine wherever. She can even attack fully from the back. Andrea's also fine from wherever. Mira Jang's definitely in the back with the lowest stats. I'm going to swap Andrea and Lyric, because Andrea has significantly more HP. Even then, for the... what's it called? The thing? The awareness or whatever. Abel actually has the most, tied with 2 other characters, so I don't need to have Lyric in the front. How many games on the list for today? 4 titles. If you check on Twitter, you can see the full list. But it's, I guess I can just say them as well. It's not that long. Vambrace, Invisigun Reloaded, Decay of Logos, and Super Hot.
We have a job to do.
Okay, the ascending room is an ancient... Yeah, okay, you ascend. I get it. It's an elevator. Okay, so we can go to the city, which we're not going to, or we can go to the entertainment district. Okay. This is where I wonder if the areas are procedural. They probably are, if this is how we're going at it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say procedural. Yeah, I'm also curious about Decay of Logos. I've been sitting on this key for a little while, but they asked if I could wait for a certain patch, and I did. And I've been really wondering, especially the Switch version. It's not a bad looking game. Yeah, camping restores your stuff. You'll be able to use supplies during this lull. Yeah, okay. Choose someone to oversee the camp. They will manage supply security and morale. Oh, okay, they're the mom. Yeah, okay. Chosen Overwatch can amuse the party with song and story to restore vigor. Success is determined by the Overwatch stat. Overwatch will guard the camp. Okay. Shadowmancers and fencers can use ravens to scout streets in your current neighborhood. Your current neighborhood. Cool. Oh yeah, it is September, isn't it? That's true. Where subs are like half off, but the streamer gets everything. I think that's what it is for the tier 1 subs anyway. So here's Sarge, by the way. Let me have Sarge on the party. She's cool. I'm good. The Geistometer. Yeah, of course. When the ghost fog comes, you'll know the mad shades are nearby. Okay. When that happens, leave the area as quickly as possible. Okay. I will be careful. Hey, Strawberry Bandit. Okay, so she can open up stuff. Kind of a good ability to have in this world. So we can just talk to ghosts too, apparently. That's neat. You can't trust a spook. Not telling him anything. Oh yeah, that seal. Right. We heard about this. Oh, Zalin says they looked it up, and apparently the game is about 10 hours for the main story, 20 hours for everything. Okay. That's a nice length. That sounds like I could do it. Oh, cool. Okay. So we got maps for each area as well. That's actually rad. Okay, so we got two good options here. We got this place. I was hoping for names. We got this place, and we got that place. We're going to start with that place. What do you think about modernized old school RPG games like I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere? I think they're really cool on paper. I think those two games specifically were a little lackluster. And I want to rearrange my characters again since they actually got reshifted. There you go. Rope and thread, faded jewels, scrap metal, lockpick. Actually, lockpick seems useful. Okay, well, I'm taking it all. Unnatural chill sweeps around you. Horse for all. Is that like everyone's throat goes bad? Oh, avoided. Okay, good. Junk. Junk, faded jewel, bag of seeds. Mimic. Okay, we got trapped, so I guess we get to fight it. No, no fight. Okay, we just took some vigor damage. Okay, so what does the map look like? Each neighborhood is filled with about 10 street paths. Checking the map on the field will show which street you're on. You must reach the neighborhood exit to proceed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You need to clear 5 neighborhoods to reach the boss dungeon. Okay. Map is unavailable in areas Lyric has little information about. Alright. Okay, I see. This is pretty straightforward. Now, this is why I'm wondering if it's procedural. Maybe the contents of each room is procedural, but the dungeons aren't? Because this looks like a pretty fixed image. Like maybe the overall structure is not. But the specifics of what you find in the room are random.
Keep a wary eye.
You encounter an old leather-bound tome. It lays upon an ornate bookstand. The inscription... Oh, fuck, I hit... There we go. The inscriptions running along its pages beckon you to read it. There's a very subtle wind sound. That might be my fan. I can actually turn it off because it's chilly in here. Let's read the old tome. What's the worst that could happen? Who will take actions? Lyric's gonna do it. Scan through the tome's old pages and discover spells scrawled in an unknown but legible language. You read a few passages aloud and feel an eerie sensation surround you. Your actions may have summoned something terrifying. Terror plus 10! How bad is plus 10 terror? How, like, what is terror measured in? Is that the ghost meter? I don't know. Okay, so this actually just loops to this room we would have gotten to anyway. Although it loops us right to the exit. Let's explore the middle.
Keep a wary eye.
Another tome? Really? Read it, yeah. Last one wasn't so bad. Lyric's gonna do it. Rejuvenating spells. Vigor plus 5. Hey, there we go. There we go, not all bad. So when you enter a room, yeah, okay, so you don't get to see what the actual thing is until you find it. This one appears to be a campsite. Lyric has an awful Overwatch. Everyone's doing pretty good, so I'm just gonna make Lyric Overwatch. I don't know if you have to, like, save it, but Lyric will do it. She's a great singer. Passage of time while amusing your comrades will raise the Geistometer 5 terror. Okay, so the 10 terror was for the Geistometer. Okay, yeah. Will you entertain? Let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. Read the campsite. Yeah, everything's legible in this game. Nice. Vigor plus 0. Didn't work. I'm so sorry.
Hey. Aha.
Okay, so we got plus 10 terror, and I don't know if we got anything good out of this. I don't know if that rest was worthwhile, considering we were in pretty much perfect shape. Okay, finally someone to fight. Okay, is there any way to check enemy stats? There we go. 6 life, 2 strength, 5 life, 2 strength, 15. Okay, the merchant's got 15, 0 strength though. The maid only has 3 in the back. I imagine she's for healing. Okay, I'm gonna use... What are my abilities? Taunt. Deals 1 true damage to 3 long-range targets and attracts them with the caster. Okay, that seems good. Pray. Heal self for health. Received in spirited status. And strike. Deal combat damage. Okay, let's go for this taunt. Let's fuck him up. If that brings them forward, all the better. Okay, let's try to mess up that maid. She has 2 projectiles. Flashbang, 2 true damage to 1 long-range target. They receive stun, or 3 true damage to 1 long-range target. Well, it seems to me like 3 damage should be enough to kill the maid. Yes. Okay, so that one can heal itself too. And then over here we got... Man, plenty of options, actually. Spread shot, 2 true damage to all targets. Serrated hook, combat damage and inflict bleeding status to 1 long-range target for the next 1 per turn. And bullseye, deal combat damage to 1 long-range one. Okay. I'm going to use serrated hook. Serrated hook on the slightly stronger one. Get that bleed going, since that one's got 15 life, actually. Enemies do pretty low amounts of damage. As far as I saw, there was no difficulty select on the way in, but maybe I wasn't looking correctly. You know, I should probably just destroy the weaker enemies first. Ape says the mana/resource meters look a little too small. I'd hate to parse this on handheld mode. Yeah, here everything seems okay, but I'm inclined to agree that in handheld mode it might be a little tiny, particularly like the little like affliction icons and stuff like that for the status elements. Most of it's probably fine. Like the meters are fine at a glance, but I getcha. Zachary14 says, so I've never played Darkest Dungeon. Is this what it's like? It's sort of like this. They do have their differences. I think it's safe to say that Darkest Dungeon is probably a better game overall, but they have different objectives. Darkest Dungeon's there to crush you and make you feel loss and fear and horror. This game's, I think, trying to convey a narrative through its Darkest Dungeon-like gameplay, so depending on what you want, because that's something Darkest Dungeon will not provide you with. It's like a really powerful or like character-driven narrative, so if that's something that you really like, then this would be better for those purposes, but Darkest Dungeon's combat is wicked good. More impact too, for sure. Despite this game having more elaborate animations, like Darkest Dungeon's combat is way more impactful. Yeah, Algie says he disagrees on the story. He thinks Darkest Dungeon does a very powerful story. Sometimes less is more. Well, you know what? Maybe so. I never actually... I played up to the Darkest Dungeon. I didn't go beyond that. I didn't finish the Darkest Dungeon. So maybe there is more to it that I missed. I somewhat remember the story being like fairly simplistic, though. I think I actually looped. Yeah, I actually totally looped. Yeah, Doom 2016 is a well-written game. I agree with that. That game's rad. PK something says, I think that by focusing on a single character like Lyric, I'm not feeling anything about the rest of my party. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of why I was hoping that we'd get more actual characters for the party and not like the random squad, because I feel like we got the random squad, you know? That's specifically what I didn't want. Okay, so everything's bad now. Also, seemingly I looped somehow there. Like, look at where I am on the map. I'm kind of in the same spot again. God, did I really, like, turn back on myself? I may have. Okay, so I'm expecting these enemies are going to get a lot stronger, given the mist is here. 6 HP, 6 HP, 7 HP, 7 HP. Okay. More attack, though, for sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in. Except for that, if I can stun these enemies, that'd be good. If they're... Alright, there we go, that worked. It's weird that for that one where it targets all enemies, you have to actually select them all. I wonder if that's because you could select, like, one enemy twice or something? Probably not, though. Whereas for that attack, it automatically selected those two targets. So actually, maybe you could select, like, one enemy 4 times. I don't know, I'd have to check it on the next turn. Oh yeah, Platinum Pineapple says there might be a downside to attacking some enemies like parry. That's certainly true. So yeah, maybe you wouldn't want to do that, and having the option would be really strong. Yeah, good point. I will say though, something I'm feeling really hard in Darkest Dungeon's favor is like they do so much more with the less animated animations, you know. They get so much mileage out of those individual frames, whereas this game that has like somewhat fully animated fight sequences has much less impact to it. Okay, I'm looking for the entrance that'll get me out the north of this area. Arcane Ape says, I wish you could see damage numbers. I feel like if I played this, I'd spend forever rechecking HP values. Actually, before you commented on how some elements were too small for handheld mode, actually, you can see damage numbers. If you look on the portrait, when I attack, there's a little 3 there. It's tiny. That's something that would probably be invisible in handheld mode, unfortunately. Those could stand to be bigger. That seems like a really good attack. Like 4 to the closest 2. That also is a really good attack. I mean, please stop doing that. I know it's only 1, but that's ticking me down. Yeah, so can I target her 4 times? Oh no, you can't. Okay. So yeah, you only do get 1 hit per. I'm actually gonna have him heal himself right now, because he can and we've got time. You know what's the best version of Killer 7? Steam is good. I've heard there's no problems with the Steam version. I would recommend you Google it though, because I've only played the PS2 and GameCube versions. But of those two, you want the GameCube version. So I want to get out that north exit, but I've like looped fucking twice now. There's this downward exit. Where does that take me? That took me there. Okay, so let's go back through. And then let's walk out this door. Maybe that was my mess up. Maybe I thought I was coming out this door when I was actually coming out right in front of it. Yep, that's exactly it. Bummer. Okay, we're through. Yeah, the turn order is really nice. I like that as well. It's like a pretty huge UI element, so it's hard to miss as well. I wish it had character portraits instead of just the numbers, but hey, the numbers are fine. Not a whole lot of like enemy party diversity I've noticed though. Oh, you know what? Platinum Pineapple points out that portraits might be more confusing since here you have two of the same enemy. That is a good point, actually. Very good point. Yeah, you would still need like a numeral or something to differentiate them. It's true. Okay, she's actually taking a real beating now. Okay, please stop attacking her. Attack everyone else, please. So stuff certainly does get a lot more oppressive when the mist comes up, but so far it does seem like the individual encounters are. Okay, you can put ZR to speed up combat, that's true. One of those things that almost begs the question of like, why would you never want to have it held down? Okay. Okay, so unfortunately I can't use items without finding a resting point. So hopefully we'll find one shortly. I'm almost out, but my character does have pretty limited life. At least that's how I remember it being. Yeah, usable while camping. Yeah, there we go. Let's hope we find a camp soon, because Andrea could honestly use it. Oh fuck, I went backwards. You fucking serious? I'm such a dink. I forgot which side I came in. Actually, my characters are quite low on vigor, so they could die from freezing. I really hope my characters don't die immediately, but they may. I may have sentenced my characters to an early death by accidentally like looping through those rooms a couple times, because now my character's vigor is really low. Oof. Oh, phew, that was lucky. Oh no, I still need to get past that encounter point. I see. Yikes. We may be looking at an early game over, my friends. Can you abandon like a dark thing? I actually don't know. We're gonna find out the hard way. That's how this is going. Oh, she's dead. Oh, she's dead too. This is going great. Okay, found a good toolbox. That'll keep us healthy. What if the main character dies before the others? I don't know. Probably game over. So this is our last room. Unfortunately, I think since it's gassy, we're always going to find an enemy in the rooms. I think that's how that works. Yeah, I think I fucked myself by looping a bunch of times through those two rooms by mistake. Yeah, we got a big game over. You know, they warn you about the green gas. They tell you to get out of there. I thought I could push through, but I probably should have turned around instead of trying to push forward. So I imagine we're gonna get dumped back at home. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so the Vambrace heals her too. Oh, look, he's still around. We still got him. He's at the pub. Oh, not this way. It's just a graveyard. That's cute, having the graveyard behind the hospital. Yeah, okay, so here finally we see two of the same portrait, so yeah, they are absolutely. In case it wasn't clear, 1,000,000% generics. That's kind of dull. I was kind of hoping to have more characters in the party. I guess I'll take Relax Me, why not? And I'll take Kurza. Not taking Conrad. It's never Conrad's time to shine.
We have a job to do.
I gotta get way more desperate before I take Conrad, Frenchie. Okay, so let's just try to advance without without looping. And I should be fine. Honestly, until the fog hit, it wasn't going so bad either. So. Nice. Avoided. Good stuff. Not a lot of impact to these traps. For all the cribbing from Darkest Dungeon this game does, which not a bad thing, you know, if you're gonna crib from a game as impactful and great as Darkest Dungeon. For all the cribbing it does, it sure doesn't crib as hard as it should from the sound design. So I see an animal coming up. Oh, it's a ghost animal. I see. Oh, we got a shop. Okay. You know, I think I'm actually doing okay on items right now. So I'm just gonna pass hard. Then I think we want to go all the way to the end of the hallway before exiting. All these traps really lack impact. Okay, there's a rest point there, but I'm just going to keep going because the goulometer is basically at 0.
Keep a wary eye.
You're approached by a ghostly man with a friendly demeanor. He smiles and says, "Hello, friend. Could I trouble you for a moment?" Can you use items on objects to make them safe like in Darkest Dungeon? Maybe you can, but I'm not trying to do that yet. Lyric's gonna do it. She's brave. He shows you a special cocktail. In my previous life, I was a connoisseur of this drink. Its fine craft is still a hobby for me in the afterlife. I would be honored if you could sample it and give me your impressions. So we're gonna get a good or a bad thing. I see. I got a lavo cocktail. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go with that's a good thing. Yeah, vigor +6. Use while camping. That's actually really good. Hey, but you know, free drinks, right? Won't turn that down.
Keep a wary eye.
Jeweled box. You find the withered corpse of a woman clutching a jeweled box. It looks as if she died trying to protect the precious contents inside. Your curiosity is piqued, but it doesn't seem appropriate to disturb the dead. Open the box. Lyric's gonna open that box. You open the box. Noxious gas sprays in your face. You drop the box, swiping the air around you in vain. Befuddled. Okay. And we're through. That went really straightforward. Did you get any treasure, though? From the box? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, the ghostometer resets. Wasn't there supposed to be a boss after 5 rooms or something? I believe that's after 5 areas. There's supposed to be a boss. So that was one area. Shoutouts to my boy, the Shadowmancer. Avoids everything. I appreciate you. Oh, look at this guy. This lady? I can't tell. She's shuffling cards.
Keep a wary eye.
A ghostly casino dealer. Yes, I'll play a game of chance. Now I'm sitting up. 4 cards from which to choose, and yeah, okay, let's do it. Lyric's gonna do it. She's brave. Knight, Queen, King, and Jester. Alright. Oh, wow, this is really just luck, isn't it? Take the Queen. You play several sets with her, but you are unfamiliar with the game's complex rules. This may not be your game, Warm Blood. Let's do it again. Let's go again. With her last card, your defeat is sealed. You really should avoid the casino. It doesn't agree with you, she says triumphantly. Lose health 30 Hellion. Okay, great. That was like really pure luck, that event.
Keep a wary eye.
Oh, there's a haunted fucking meal here. Lyric's gonna do it. She's gonna eat the entire haunted fucking meal. Try the food. Your spirits rise and you feel refreshed. Vigor +4. There we go. That's the good stuff. There's that merchant again, but you know what? I'm good. Our exit should be this door right here, I believe. Firehawk asks, is this a Darkest Dungeon kind of game? What gave it away? Is this made by the people who made Darkest Dungeon? It is not. It is made by a different team. So here we actually have a bespoke campsite. I think I may wrap up here. So we've actually been playing this for quite a while now. What is this? This is the workshop. You can craft valuable new items here, some of which cannot be purchased from merchants. Yeah, use resources to craft. Okay, that makes sense. I can make a balm. A balm, I should say. I'll be very clear. I'm not going to explode anything with this one. Herbal patch. Health +6. Actually, that's really quite good. Denny brew. Vigor +2. Vigor +4. Med pouch. Health +4. Vigor +1. It's alright. Can't go wrong with a crafting system like this. Let's get a light ration too. Well, why not? Let's just go for it. Oh, and you can make relics as well. Look at that. So it's really just stats. Stat boosts. Yeah, right now I'm not seeing any new abilities, but stat boosts are good. Whew. Okay, that's neat. And you can rest. I don't know if I actually got any stats refilled from that. Not totally sure, but that's fine. Okay, well I think I'm gonna wrap up here. Oh, hang on, I hit L and we got a perk button. Lyric location, again, points that can be used to boost a perk of your choice from this page. Choose carefully. Once you make a decision, there's no going back. Oh, cool. I have none. That seems neat, though. I think we'll wrap up here, because we've... Oh, here's a surrender button. I think we've seen a pretty good look at the game at this point. Oh, I lose all my progress after departing through the ascending room. Shit. Yeah, especially... Oh, there's no way for me to do this. Shit. There's no way for me to not lose progress. Fuck. I guess I'll just forge on. Let's push. Let's just push. Is this our first or our second fight here? Check their HP, shouldn't I? 8, 7, 5, 6. Good block on those sounds. Guess I should probably use some of my abilities. Seeing as like that guy just fully healed. 2 true damage to 1 mid-range target. The target receives stun status. I wonder if that means like if true damage is like unrecoverable, or if it's just goes through defense. Probably just goes through defense. You know, actually, I'm not sure I want to continue this. It's not a bad game by any means, it's just not particularly... It's not super enjoyable. It's alright, but like... Especially considering I have other games I wanna play together tonight. Does it lack charm? Yeah, maybe it lacks some charm. That I could definitely agree with. Kind of debating, should I just quit during this match? The truth damage, yeah, this is real truth damage on the game, isn't it? It's okay, but it's just not that special. And it's a shame, because there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I like the chilly horror vibe. I really, really like that. But it's kind of just eh. Kind of just says it's just not as good as the thing it imitates. It's really not as good as Darkest Dungeon, that's for sure. It's fine, but, you know, I feel like I'd rather just play Darkest Dungeon. Even though there are things I prefer here, like a bit more of a narrative, like a bit more of an overt narrative focus. It's just really not nearly as engaging. Guess I'll finish this battle. Man, it's a shame there's no like quick save option or whatever. I guess I'll just have to, I'll just surrender and give it all up.
No good.
Bad order. So I think we're gonna move on to Invisigun. Let me just turn on the light real quick. It's got a little thing in here. I appreciate that it only really has to load when you go in and out of like the major areas, and it's not like between every little area. But those loads are a little long. Okay. Quit. Okay. So that was Vambrace Cold Soul. Again, review key was provided at request. It's neat. It's alright. It's a decent game in the vein of Darkest Dungeon. The art's quite nice. It's probably the nicest thing I can say about it. The art's nice. And I guess the overall theme is nice, but otherwise I don't know. The gameplay just doesn't thrill me enough to want to really keep playing. So it's a shame. The art is a total win. That was actually the thing that made me like interested in this. I saw the art and I like Googled it. Sorry. Oh, I saw the art and I Googled it and I was like, oh, it's like Darkest Dungeon. And I was like, cool, I'll give that a go. And here we are. It's okay. You know, I don't think you'll have a bad time if you play this game, but I also have a hard time recommending it over Darkest Dungeon. So yeah, again, shout outs to the publishing team for providing a review key. I really appreciate it. We're gonna tap out of that one and we're gonna move into our next one.